People, they're here. People,
Lassie,
they're here. This is like something out of a horror movie.
Tachi, where you going?
They're here.
If anybody for the first time in their lives is hearing this, please be brave. Because what I want to tell you, how it feels for you to hear is nothing in comparison to how it feels for children to go through this. Today I have chosen to return to Windsor Castle to tell the world the truth about what really goes on inside those walls.
The public got a hint of what really goes on behind the royal family's closed castle gates when the Jimmy Savile scandal first came to light a decade ago.
Today I want to tell the world about what these people really are, especially her that wears the crown.
The Queen of England.
hi, I'm Liz Windsor.
Okay, your girl is British, and being so, us Brits just have a soft spot for the Queen, but apparently the rest of the world doesn't, and
I couldn't give a flying fuck what you react like. I am going to tell you the truth.
Christ, no.
but apparently the rest of the world doesn't, and the Queen of England.
Has an image of being the nation's grandmother. Good old Queen Mum, what a lovely lady. What's your experience of the Queen Mother?
I have interest in memories of the Queen of England, and when I was used there for ritual abuse.
I am a survivor of satanic ritual abuse.
At the time, the existence of high-level pedophile rings, let alone high-level necrophilic pedophile rings,
Yeah, I think there is an attraction.
was considered the stuff of total conspiracy lunacy.
I am also a survivor of our royal family. I was 3 years old when I was brought here, and I was being brought here till about 8 or 9.
She is very cold in reality, and she is very cruel.
I feel ya.
She's cold-blooded.
The Queen and Prince Philip are not human.
Is the scepter too much?
In Britain, the Queen Mother has an image of being
Satanic scum!
Everybody seemingly thinks
They are reptilians.
she's a shapeshifter, reptilian hybrid.
They shapeshift from human form into lizard form.
So that was news to me.
Not only just the Queen, but a lot of people speculate over the entire royal family being
Being reptilian hybrids. The reason being,
I've seen all of them drink human blood.
Save some blood for Paul Rudd.
so that was news to me.
And consume human flesh, and
Very, very large. She claws. Very, very large claws. I remember she just ripped at him and literally ripped his heart out. And the blood came over me. And as she did that, so did the ones around. They did the same thing to the people around.
I was right in the middle of a fucking reptile zoo. And somebody was giving booze to these goddamn things. It won't be long now before they tear us to shreds.
Take the Queen Mother as an example. What happens when they shapeshift? I mean, what do you see?
you start to see changes happen, and they're happening so fast.
And she would walk out, and there would be a glitching process that goes on. And she would turn around and stare me straight in the eyes if it was my turn on the concrete slab. And she would make me watch her change. Her face would change first.
She had shapeshifted before she bent down, though.
Hundreds of Justin Bieber fans say they witnessed the singer shapeshift into a reptilian while greeting them at Perth Airport. One witness said that all hell broke loose in the airport after Justin Bieber shapeshifted in front of his fans. She claims there were girls hiding in the toilets crying, and guys were running for the exits, jumping in taxis to get the hell out of there.
It's just a literal transformation that happens very quickly, and they get taller, and they get bigger.
They're quite large, and she's very, very large.
One fan described the reptilian version of Bieber as really big, like way over 6 foot.
Adele shapeshifted into an 8-foot reptilian backstage at Auckland's Mount Smart Stadium after the final concert of her world tour.
And thus the wearing of the robes, because if they were in clothes, the clothes would be torn apart. They don't look at all as reptilians like they do as humans.
So let's take the Queen Mother on this subject as an example. We recognise her as a frail old lady. What does she look like when she shapeshifts to these rituals?
The nose portion gets very much longer, and it grows into kind of a snout. The nose shapes into the snout at that point, and the jaw becomes the underpart.
Slitty little reptilian eyes.
The eyes, they're large, they're very round, and they look like they're coming out of their sockets. Very protruding. The color ranges from a beige to a gold to a dark greenish gold, and then there's this dark slit up and down, a vertical slit kind of thing. She has little fangs, and incisors as teeth, and there's a tongue. And
curves and covered in scales.
They don't have hands or feet, they have these claws.
So what would the Queen and Prince Charles look like in a reptilian form?
A large dragon, not quite dragon. It's hard to explain. Draconian, more draconian-like looking.
His mother doesn't look quite the same as he does.
But what does the Queen look like?
She's darker, not quite so pale. She's darker. All over, she doesn't have the amount of I would call it freckling. Like the skin is gradually getting darker. It's more smooth. And she does have the lumps up around her head and down the tail, the spine. Charles has the tails down around the spine. And funny enough, he has the protrusions from the skull in the reptilian form where it seems like his ears would have been. They're wearing robes. They're not wearing anything underneath the robes. There are orgy kind of things that go on at the rituals also. And
involving the royal family of Britain?
Yes, involving the royal family of Britain and the sacrifice and the eating of, consuming the sacrifice, and they are involved in that.
You've seen them do that?
Yes, I have seen them do that.
That all changed, of course, when the Epstein story finally broke into the public consciousness in 2019. And who just happened to be in the middle of that scandal? That's right, Prince Andrew, the brother of the current king, and the 8th in line to the British throne.
Perth Now briefly published an article about the incident, featuring multiple interviews with witnesses. However, within an hour of publication, the article was mysteriously taken offline and scrubbed from the internet, but not before alert readers captured screenshots of the article and proof that it appeared on Google.
The New Zealand Herald has not responded to questions asking why they deleted the article from their website, or if they were acting under outside orders. It would not be the first time a news outlet or social media platform was forced to censor content relating to celebrity reptilian shape-shifting, with Twitter notorious for deleting tweets and shadow banning accounts whenever a celebrity is seen in reptilian form by members of the public.
So that was news to me.
A toast to blood! Save some blood for Paul Rudd.